Hello and welcome to my first video on YouTube. I did try and start one before lockdown, but then lockdown was a shit show and I just forgot all about it. But anyways, we're moving on, we're moving forward, and I am going to answer some questions today. Just basically like a get to know me. I asked my followers on Instagram, sent me through some questions, and I will answer them on YouTube. Okay, so the first question is, start from the start. So basically I'm from Belfast. I am 28. Thought I was too old. People are going to kill me for saying this, but I thought I was too old to start a YouTube channel, but here I am starting it because, well, I don't know, I always get asked, and if you don't just bite the bullet and do things in life, then you'll never get there. So I am the oldest of a family of 4. I have 3 younger brothers, and I say younger, like we're all in our 20s. Mary was banging them out one after the next. I started off as a primary school teacher. Long story cut short, in the middle of my teaching degree, I went for an audition to perform as the singer in Lord of the Dance, and left my PGCE course when I was teaching in London. Ended up with a job on the West End and performed there for 6 months as the singer and the goddess in Lord of the Dance, and then went on tour with them for the following 2 years, like all over the world, on and off. But I did go back and finish my teaching course because I was like it's always good to have something solid, like who knows how long this kind of lifestyle is going to last. So I went back and got that, and then in between touring with Lord of the Dance, I was subbing as a teacher. So it was like one side of my life, it was like Hannah Montana, I'm not gonna lie. Like one side was like Miss Kelly, like really covered up to here teaching kids, and the other side was partying. Like we used to literally get up, do a performance in one city, then go out and party that night, the next morning wake up hungover, roll our bags onto the bus, sleep in the next city. And it was just like one time we did 66 cities in 3 months.
No sleep, bus, club, another club, plane.
So I was living the like wild lifestyle, and then when I used to come home, I just used to go in and be a primary school teacher. So obviously, of course, when I was on and off, I was kind of like, I know teaching's not for me, but for the minute, like it makes decent money, and I do love teaching. I think that I'm good at it, and I'll just keep playing it by ear until I actually find out what I want to do. Then after that, then I started taking up singing professionally, meaning just that I started gigging. I was getting paid for it, and this eyelash is really fucking annoying me. These need infill. Didn't you ever get that when they're like sticking in? I have a really bad memory, by the way, so it's kind of hard to tell you like all what I've done up to this point, but kind of the drift, touring with Lord of the Dance, on and off subbing as a primary school teacher. Then I started singing, and the gigs was obviously great money, like better than what I was getting teaching from 9 to 5. So I was like, it makes no sense for me to be doing this, because obviously teaching's a vocation, and I was just like, I love singing and performing, and if I can make money doing that, like it just doesn't make sense to be teaching. I've obviously really brisked past my experience in the show on being on the West End. It was absolutely unbelievable. I had possibly the best days of my life. Like whenever we were staying in London, we were staying in a hotel, had the best of the London life. Like we performed in the evenings twice on a Saturday, and had the rest of the time just to explore London and really like get the best out of that experience. So that was amazing, and I am really, really grateful for that experience. Then the move to Dubai came about. I started seeing a guy. He was like, I'm gonna go to Dubai. I was like, fuck it, sure, I'll go with you. And he did ask me to go with him. I didn't just pack myself in his case, but anyways, ended up over here and started out as a singer. I was singing in really cool venues like Aris. If you're in Dubai, you'll know where these venues are, and was making really good money. So all I was doing was singing, and it was amazing, but obviously had a lot more free time on my hands. Then as my Instagram grew, I started getting asked to do some modeling, and then And by the way, never ever ever seen myself as a model. Wouldn't have done it at home, but the opportunity arose and I was like, why do I keep using my hands? The opportunity arose and I was like, do you know what? Yes, I am going to do a bit of that. So that was then another income that came. So I was singing and modeling. Then bang, Corona struck, and basically I was freaking out in case like my parents died. At this point I was thinking people are going to be dropping like flies all around me, and I'm going to be in Dubai. I'm not going to be able to go home like to see them and whatever. So work was kind of slowing down here anyways. Like obviously this entertainment stopped, the modeling did stop for a while, but like I would have had that, but still I was just like, the more sensible decision is to go home for a few weeks. Well, ended up for about home for like 9 months, 6. I feel this YouTube's just gonna be about this one question. Okay, so I ended up home for like a long time. Lockdown, as you know, has lasted like way longer than expected. And during that I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I learn? And that's going to be really beneficial for me to like, one, make money, I have a lot of free time. So I started doing a personal training course, and also started running a boot camp, like an outdoor boot camp at home, and things just went really, really amazingly, really, really quick. So now I'm doing personal training, online coaching. I had an outdoor boot camp at home. I now have an outdoor boot camp here, and also I'm doing the modeling, and also I will be doing the singing once I'm vaccinated and allowed to be on stage again. So that's how I got here. It's a lot, and I probably missed a lot out, but listen, we'll answer some more questions. Oh my god, my iPod died. Okay, so the next one is, what are your fitness goals? So I have been on 2 ends of the spectrum. I've been really, really, really lean, and I remember thinking at the time, like, I look too skinny, like I look too small. And then my fitness goal was like, I just want to have a big bum, like that is my goal. Couldn't care about anything else. So now I've obviously grew my glutes and whatever, but my fitness goal at the minute is just to get a bit leaner, because like I love the bum and all, but I don't know, I still like feeling just a wee bit more tighter around the waist. So that's my fitness goal, and I will be doing like other videos, like a day of eating, come train with me, all that stuff. So if you have any requests, write them in the comment section below. Another question is, has anyone ever told you that you look like Megan Fox? I just think it's the bright eyes and the dark hair, and I'm absolutely gonna run with that compliment, because I mean, I could look like worse celebrities, so we're taking it. Thank you. Another question is, how long have I been working out for? Properly, I was working out, I was going to the gym from I was like 18, but I just used to like pull a mat over, do the typical like ab exercises, cardio, didn't know anything about machines, and was probably wasting my time, to be honest. I probably started properly whenever I say about 4 or 5 years, I would say. Yeah, 4 or 5 years weight training, which does not make you manly. As you can see, my arms are not ripped at all. Are you going to be starting an OnlyFans? No. Who is the coolest person that you've ever met? Okay, so it has to be, and if my friends watch this, I'm going to send them it, Drake. So we went to a concert, and I'm the type of person, like if we go somewhere, I'm like, don't worry girls, if you want on that stage, we'll be on it. Like whenever I went to the Rihanna concert when I was only like really young, I was on stage dancing. Went to the Chris Brown concert, was literally in the front row. Went to the Drake concert, and he did a shout out in the audience to me, saying like, oh, the girl in the white dress or whatever. We obviously, because we were in the show, we had contacts to like for the people that like set up stuff in arenas, because we were performing in those type of places. So a guy got us tickets, and the tickets were beside like Drake's dad and like his friends and stuff. So I was like, girls, what we need to do is talk to his friend, find out where they're going, and I had like been messaging people as well, like trying to see where the after party was. Anyways, turns out it was in Tape in London. One thing led to another, and here we are, and they were like, you can't use your phones. I'm like, no, like this is going to be one of the best nights of my life and we can't use a phone. So anyways, we ended up partying with Drake and Young Thug, and whenever we walked in I was like, okay girls, play it cool. Then we walked in, Drake standing there like a dream. There was a party after in one of the like hotel rooms, and somebody mistakenly sent us to Young Thug's room, and his missus was there, and we knocked the door and we were like, hey, and she came out. Like, to be honest, if it had been me and someone was there looking at my fella, like I would have just took them by the head. But she was like, oh, yous are so nice, like if all girls were like yous. Like, I've had like people turning up here basically naked looking for him. And we were just like, no, like we're not looking your fella, like we're actually looking for a party like with the other ones that was here. And I thought that was quite a cool story. And David Beckham came to one of the shows with like his kids, and we met him after the show in the Dominion Theatre, which was really, really cool. Trying to think who else I've met. I've met Usain Bolt. I have met some of these people. I'm like, oh, I don't really know if they're, you know, like they are celebrities, but like they've kind of met everybody, so they're not really cool. I think those ones are probably the coolest, and Drake is definitely up there. I'm never going to forget it. Another question I keep getting is like, how long have you been here? And I've been here now on and off for about 3 years, and I just absolutely love it. Like, I always said I'll go and I'll do a year, or like whenever I first came over I was like, oh sure, I'll come with you, and then if I don't like it, like I'll just go home and you can stay here and do your thing. But I absolutely love it here. It's turned out really well for me, and yeah, I think you just have to go with the attitude of like, I'm gonna make this work, and wherever you go in life you have to think like, I'm gonna take the best out of this situation, and I am going to try and make the most out of it and get the most opportunities out of it. And if it doesn't work out, then lesson learned, do you know what I mean? You'll just not go to that place again. And another question, does your boyfriend get jealous with the content that you post? He isn't really a jealous person. Like, some things I'm like, do you even care? Like, why? Like, why are you not getting jealous over this? But I also really like that, because I've had relationships in the past which were full of jealousy and like really, really crazy. So like, he's very chilled, laid back. You know, maybe he'll come on and say different, and if he's here before this video's edited. But I think you just, like, he met me, like, and I would have posted them kind of things on Instagram, bikinis, bit of lingerie, like, and he liked it back then. So I'm like, you can't really change your mind now that I'm your girlfriend, do you know what I mean? I kind of think you just need to do what you want, and if you're both secure of each other and you respect each other or whatever, then there shouldn't really be any issues. And also, like, it's my work, like people want to see me in shape. I'm an online coach, I'm a personal trainer. Like, you're going to want to go to somebody who, like, you admire their shape. And if I'm wearing bikinis or even lingerie, like, it's a lot of girls that are writing to me or like, you know, commenting or whatever, because like, I know for me, I follow so many girls that I'm like, Jesus, her body, do you know what I mean? One, it's work, a lot of it's modeling as well, which is like modeling bikinis. So I just think, like, I'm young, I'm not gonna have this body forever. I want to look back and be like, go ahead, ML. I want to look back and be proud of like what I worked for, and you know, I'm young. And yeah, I'm very lucky because he actually really isn't jealous when it comes to those things. Also, what I should have mentioned in there is lockdown was a really terrible time. So I'm sure a lot of you went through a shit time, and like, some people used it to their advantage. But to be honest, whilst I was in lockdown, I was like, this is the worst time of my life. The time is just slipping away. I have just lost a year in my life. But to be honest, without kind of realizing it, it kind of made me, because like I obviously had a big interest in training. I was always training. I always, like, you know, educated myself on it, but I wouldn't have took it that one step further and like monetized it. So it was actually a really good thing, because now it's given me like another few jobs and sources of income. I don't know what this is going to turn out like or what you're going to think of it, but it is just like a get to know me and like a brief kind of chat of how I have went from Belfast to Dubai. Let me know if you have any other ideas for videos that you would like to see, and yeah, please like and subscribe and have a nice day.